Let me see if that goes
There you
now.
go. Now it's live.
There we go.
Yeah, now it's
Well,
live.
that's
Now
cool.
now everybody will see it.
Yeah, I've been sitting here talking about all kinds of different stuff, but hopefully, man, I got a lot to learn. But yeah, I
Yeah,
did. I just go ahead, bud.
yeah. It's quite a learning curve trying to get through it all. I know I took forever to go live for my first live because I just sat back and listened for a whole lot of stuff.
There's
But you had it set. You must have hit schedule for later, and you have to make sure that it says public view, because if it doesn't say public view, it's not going to broadcast either. But usually it's automatically set for public view anyway. But
Yeah.
just give me a second now. I'll log in on my computer and make sure that you're broadcasting live on the YouTube side now, because I got my computer and that is already all started up.
Yeah.
It's my computer's a little bit slow, but I'll get there.
Oh, that's fine.
But
yeah, I just said now, since I didn't go live right then, will it still play out as everything that I said, and then it
No.
won't? That's
No.
cool. Cool.
Until you hit the go live, it won't record or save anything. It'll just be like,
cool.
It's the same thing at the end of it when you go in broadcast. Everybody doesn't leave the panel. It'll stop it for the YouTube side, and it will stop for recording. But everybody that's on panel can all stay there and have a little chat afterwards. That's what they call it. That's what they call the after party.
Right.
Right. So it doesn't broadcast. It just whoever's there can talk about whatever, and nobody else can see it. Only the people in the panel.
Right.
YouTube opened.
You know what? I don't know that Sunfish King emailed me. Did he email me?
Yeah, you're broadcasting now on YouTube.
That's cool.
Yeah, and if you go in now and pin your comment in the chat again to the top, you know how you did that last time, where you click the little three dots on the YouTube side and you can pin your comment, because it's not showing it.
Where do I have? Let me see.
On your YouTube side.
Yep.
The StreamYard link. If you click the little three dots on the side of the actual comment.
On the StreamYard.
No, on the YouTube side.
Oh. What? Yeah, let me see here.
If you go into your YouTube.
Okay, I'm at my dashboard right now.
Yeah, okay. You go on your, open a new tab for your YouTube.
Open a new one. Come on.
When you open your YouTube, mute your YouTube right away, or we'll get a whole lot of feedback coming through.
Yeah. So I need to go to my, it don't even show up.
Yep,
Do I need to go to my channel?
Go to your channel, your YouTube channel, yeah.
Yep. Okay, and just your YouTube, your channel, right?
Yep. And when you goes on your channel, under your videos, it should be the very first one. It should show the Hump Day Anew. Yep. So you click on that, and then turn it down a bit and see if it gets feedback. When you click on that, just mute that YouTube video.
Yep, I did that. Yep.
Okay, and now it should be the live chat should be up on the right hand side of it,
Yep.
and you should see where it says you got the link there for StreamYard, and some Fish King says Big Tiny on the track.
Yep.
Okay, the very first comment where you got your StreamYard link, if you put your mouse over that,
Yep.
you should see 3 little dots on the right hand side of it.
Okay.
If you click on those 3 little dots, one of them should say pin comment.
Oh, right there.
Yep, there you go. Now it's pinned to the top of the comment section, so you don't have to keep posting that for anybody that comes in.
Oh, that's cool.
Now it's there, so when anybody wants to join, they can just click that, and it'll take them right into this StreamYard account.
Oh, cool.
It's
Now, do you moderate at all?
I do, yeah. I'll moderate when I'm not in the chats and that, but I do moderate. And just hang on, I'll just put something in the comments so you can get my name there without having to look. There you go. Vanessa Kitty just joined in there too. Hi, Vanessa.
Cool. Hi, Vanessa. I'm learning, Vanessa, so bear with me.
Yep. That's right.
Over there.
Tony's outdoor. My wife is looking for you there now too.
Oh, cool. Thank you. How's that?
You know how to set moderators, right?
Yeah, I think I just got you. Did I not?
Okay, hang on there now.
Hi, Miss Nicole.
Hey.
Yeah, because I went over to that. Yeah, cool.
Okay, that's good. So now I can keep an eye on that for you too as we're going along and make sure that none of those pesky bots and that comes in. Right. But yeah, anything that you had been talking about previous to going live is not recorded. It wasn't broadcast or anything, so that won't upload to anywhere.
Cool. Well, that's cool. So I can do it all again.
Yep. And nobody's none the wiser. This is your first time around. What are you talking about?
Just about. Yeah. I did that one, but I was telling people that I'm getting ready to go on a little mini vacation and surprise some people. But my channel is all about hunting the outdoors and stuff like that. And so I purchased a few things. And it comes in a nice little box like this.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's better. And it is actually a Springfield Armory XP Mod 2 in.
Yeah. I'll keep this on. Oh, nice.
Cayman color. It's got extended grip. I put bullets in all my guns. They're not chambered, but anyway. But yeah, and it comes with a extra clip. It comes with a padlock and a cleaning brush.
Nice.
Whoops. I think it goes this way. But yeah, it's the XP40. It's a 40. So, and the gun store that I go to, they have I compare it to like powder coating. They take the the guns apart, and then they put these pretty fantastic colors on. But I was telling people that I'm going to take these out one of these days when I can figure out how to use my phone and live stream properly and stuff. And try it out, do a little critique on it and stuff. And I also picked up, can you, I don't know, there, a SIG.
Yep, the SIG. Good morning, Outdoors with Big Matt. Good morning, Stonewolf Outdoors. Thanks for
Big
coming
Matt,
in.
what's going on? Stone, what's going on? But also comes with a clip. And then, this way. Then we find a bright light. There you go.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they do some really nice work with these. And then, of course, got little hands, but for little people. And it's in a 9mm. It's a 6-hour P365, but I got big enough hands that I can actually just do it with 2 and then take my pinky and go underneath. So it's well gripped anyway. And then I don't know why I love it, but I just love this next one. Probably because I've never seen it in my entire life. The this color.
Oh my, the Snow White.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And then same thing, they went over here, went down, and they did the bottoms
of the clips. Nice.
Of the clips. So
magazines.
Yep. They're pretty sweet. Yeah. And
magazines, not clips.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I say clips all the time too. People get mad at me when I go in some of the rooms. It's like, it's not a clip, it's a magazine. Yeah, it's a clip.
Right. That's very true.
Those are nice. One I'm call me old fashioned or whatever, but one that I really kind of wanted to get my hands on was a 1911.
Oh yeah, that's upstairs.
Yeah.
I the. Go ahead, bud.
No, I just like the look of them and the feel of them, and I don't know what it is about them. I really like them.
Yeah, I couldn't find a Colt 1911. I actually ended up buying a newer Taurus 1911, and it's pretty sweet.
They're really well made. They function, from everything I'm after seeing on them. The functionality of them far outweighs most of the other ones that you can get. Like, they have very few problems ever come up with that gun. So
yeah.
And for me, it's just mostly for sport anyway. It's not. I wouldn't be able to use it for any type of hunting or anything like that because I'm here in Canada and the laws are all wacky with stuff like that. So
yeah, that when I was growing up, I'm trying to type in here. Very good. It should go. But yeah, when I was growing up, I was always wanting to go to Canada and hunt caribou and stuff. Because I always like that you can get 2, so that was always nice. Come back with a cooler full of meat and stuff. But I'm sure there's a lot of red tape for bringing that meat back and stuff.
Yeah, it's more actually the red tape you would probably run into would be bringing a firearms into Canada.
Yeah.
More so than bringing the meat back.
Yeah.
If you ever go to do it, make sure, and I'm going to tell you this right now because I've seen it happen a few times to different people on different things I've watched. Make sure that you check into the regulations on what type of firearm you can bring in and the magazine capacity, because our magazine capacity here is only 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much for any type of rifle whatsoever. And with the handguns, they're currently in the process of trying to get pretty much all handguns banned. So you'd want to be. My personal opinion is I wouldn't bring a handgun.
Right.
Just because you don't want to get to the border and have the Canadian Customs seize it on you, because they will seize it on you. Right? And then you're out your handgun.
Yeah.
Right? Now I don't know. I don't know how it will work for, okay, you're a license to carry it in the States.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you're licensed to carry it here. You know what I mean? It's like going from state to state, right? Because you can be legal in one state, but if you cross the state line, you're not legal in that other state.
Yeah.
That happened
they
to
actually mapped out.
Yeah, that happened to Mark Kratt. He was going on vacation and he had to check laws because he was in Texas and he had left Texas with his guns, and he ended up having to turn around or something and go back because when he got partway there, he realized he wasn't allowed to have the guns he had, so he had to go back and store them all and then continue his trip. Otherwise, he was going to lose his firearms that he had.
Yeah.
But like I said, I showed I showed Devil Dog my guns that I have, and he was like, I didn't think you guys were allowed to have guns. I was like, no, we're allowed to have guns. There's just a big process about getting them.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's still some, like what's one of them? The Type 97. Now, Type 97 was originally made for a militia. I can still buy a Type 97 legally here with a restricted license. But I cannot buy an AR style rifle. Does that make sense?
No, but a lot of things in government don't make sense after 18 years of being in government. Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but I was a former PA corrections officer. So I had to deal with government stuff my entire time. So
yeah, there's so many different ins and outs of okay, well, it's right here, but it's wrong here. It's the same thing. Is it right or is it wrong? Right?
Yeah. Well, I know that I'm pretty sure that in some states, actually, down here, the clip makes all the difference in the world. You can have it's not an AR, it's actually a Bushmaster XM15, which is the equivalent to an AR, and in the 223. And I have one of those, and I also have a night vision scope on it. But that thing's so sensitive and so high tech that I just put the book down and was like, somebody else has got to figure this out and just show me how to use it. Because it's crazy.
Oh, that's something too. If you come here to hunt, you can't use anything night vision.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I think it's down in Texas and some of the Carolinas and stuff like that. You can actually do that. And there's some places you can actually watch Ted Nugent in one of his videos, and he was hunting out of a helicopter.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that up here. You'd be hung if you did that up here, right?
Yeah. Well, I know when I was living in Alaska, when I was in the military up at Fort Richardson outside of Anchorage, a you could fly in, but you couldn't hunt that day you flew in. You had to wait till the next day.
Yep.
So to give the herds an advantage.
Yep.
When it was caribou and bear and everything like that, you could go see one and then you had to wait.
That was a big controversy here too, because some of the hunters started using drones
Right.
to look around and see where the animals were, and I think they thought that out too, because if it's an unfair advantage to the animal, yes. It's using technology to our advantage, yes, but it's also I can't afford it's $1,000 drone to go hunting, so it's an unfair advantage for me. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the big things they were looking at. Like, I could be stalking that animal that you just flew over with a drone. Now you're going to get it. And I'm still stalking this animal.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest things that they had the big arguments with that with.
One of my customers / guys that's going to be working under me with our Rubline scent product. I don't know if I told you about me selling deer scents and stuff like that. And pro staff.
I think you might have mentioned it on one of the lives that we were on.
Yeah, he just messaged me, and he had 5 different bucks on his mock scrape that he had last night.
Nice.
He said, "Oh, right, like crazy," and he's been following this one from the time, and he's done it for like a week and a half, and he said it is that maybe 2 weeks. The buck is actually doubled in size.
Wow.
So it's huge.
Wow.
But yeah, and this kid's part of a big organization. I don't know if you probably didn't hear of it, but it's called Bow Hunting League, and they actually have over 42,000 members, and they have teams, and they have over 1,100 teams, 3-man teams. And what they do is they start in the Tennessee and Kentucky velvet season, and they go out and start archery hunting and shooting these deer, and then they score them and stuff like that. I lose you. How did I lose you? I didn't do it. Maybe it's your connection. I didn't see that one. That's cool though. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Chaffee. There he is.
I don't know what happened there. My phone blinked out. Everything just went bloop, gone. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, that's cool. But
my
yeah,
phone said, I need a break. But yeah, you were talking about the deer scents and that.
Yeah. And our season starts at the end of September, beginning of October. It runs to the second week in November for archery. And like our fresh scrape is a blend of a non-estrus doe and a 2.5-year-old buck. It's more like a social, used for a social scrape, or what we call mock scrapes, where you just go around and find a spot that you think is going to be a good spot. And you want to find out what kind of deer's in the woods and stuff. And this stuff does not spook does. They're more curious than anything, and it doesn't spook bucks. That stuff's been proven time and time again. We actually, with the fresh scrape, we actually had a young man on our first day of rifle season. His dad went out and made a drag line and then went over and made a mock scrape and then hung a whip. And he said he watched this buck come down and follow that drag line, went right over to the mock scrape and started working the scrape, and his kid shot it on the first day of our rifle season.
Nice.
So that stuff's just all around. We actually got guys back in April that created what we call, like I said, mock scrapes. And we had one of my new customers coming up that put it out April 15th. Oh, what the heck is that?
Oh, you just changed the layout. That's okay. A couple of people just came in there. Then, hang on, I gotta turn my screen rotation on so I can make myself. There we go. It's better.
Yeah, I don't.
We got the Laffy channel, hunting and stuff with J&J.
Yeah, I went to J&J, and then
Crazy Hillbilly, Raised Outdoor Adventures. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's kind of hard to keep multitasking. I'm gonna have to get better at this stuff. Keep doing these lives or something.
It takes a bit of practice to get used to this stuff.
Yeah, I can see where people want moderators to help them out and stuff because of that typing and all that stuff.
Well, it takes a bit too to get used to trying to keep track of the chat, and like Devil Dog is fantastic when he comes in. He's constantly checking the chat and making sure that nobody gets missed. And
yeah,
I'm still working on that aspect of it myself. I have a tendency to get involved in things that I'm doing, and I start missing stuff in the chat all the time.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all a learning curve and an experience. And one of the biggest things that I done was I sat in on a lot of lives before I ever did my own.
Yeah.
And it was good because I was sitting in on people's lives that were just starting out. And like I was sitting in on first lives for people, and then other people will be in explaining things and showing them how to do things, and I'm just listening to it all, and that's how I figured out a whole lot of stuff. Right? But like I said, I had no problems. Like when I saw you coming on there and you're saying it's your very first live, I'm like, okay, well, before I do anything, because I was getting ready to head out when that popped up first, and I was like, okay, well, before I head out and do anything, I'm gonna pop on and see if he's okay, see if we can't help get him set up. And
I appreciate that, man.
No problem. Good. Then when I came back and I saw that your video was set as upcoming, I was thinking, okay, I think he might think he's broadcasting, so I popped in right away. I was like, okay, let you know, because I know how I can only imagine what it would have been like to have been sitting there for, if it had went on, like if I never had come back and saw it, you could have been sitting there for I don't know how long and thinking you were broadcasting, and then nothing ever shows up on your YouTube, right?
Yeah, I actually
because I know
sorry, that kid's getting a hold of me again.
No, that's okay. That is all right. I know when I first started in on doing mine, my very first one, I just went on the YouTube side on the very first time, and I just made a bunch of people that were coming in moderators that I knew, just because that way I know who they are, and I know they're not gonna mess with my chat or anything like that. They're gonna help me out. And then my next one, I did the StreamYard one, and when I did the StreamYard one, I had a few issues here and there, but I didn't have to be so concerned about the chat room because I had enough moderators set up to look after it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like when I went and done it, I knew about pinning the comment, and I knew about the moderator side of it.
Right.
I knew some of the stuff to get me by, get me up and running with the StreamYard side of it. But like I said, I still ran into a few issues here and there. But it's always great when someone can hop in that's been on the lives and be able to say, "Hey, do this, 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 and this," and you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hopped on a few lives and tried to write down, listen, and stuff like that. But it was all like, how do you want to say it? It was all garbled to me until I figured out where this was and where that was. And
Yeah.
so then there's different ways that people teach you to go through different
Well, the thing is,
sections.
too, is like for me, I use StreamYard. 90% of my StreamYard that I use from my phone. So the
Yeah,
the
see, I don't
things
know
on
how
the
to do
phone are a little bit different than they are on the computer. And
it.
if you
Yeah.
want, like with my 24-hour live, after about 6 or 7 hours, something like that, my phone started overheating and started giving me trouble. So
Uh-huh.
then I switched to a Chromebook. When I did this switch to the Chromebook, I had issue after issue after issue just trying to figure out how to change things around and how to do things on the Chromebook. So, um, like I said, going from one device to another is going to give you some different stuff. But in doing what I did, switching from the phone to the Chromebook, I have a general idea now of some troubles that might come up if you're using your computer versus using your phone.
Yeah. I have an
So,
iPad as well, so I might try and do that for some different stuff too.
yeah, I've never used a tablet or an iPad for StreamYard or anything like that. But if you were
Yeah.
using something like that, what I'd suggest is if your computer can run StreamYard, then that's just fine because mine can't. That's why I was using the Chromebook. But if your
Oh yeah.
computer can run it just fine, uh, I'd use the computer for the StreamYard side of it, and probably just use the tablet for logging into the YouTube side
Yeah. Yeah.
because you don't have to do it all on the same device. It's easy sometimes to watch the chat on the YouTube side versus watching it on the StreamYard side. And you can
Yeah.
do a little bit more in the chat on the YouTube side than you can with the StreamYard side.
Yeah. I wonder. Well, my phone blows up, but I see if I can't go back just to look and see.
But as a real hint of advice is if you don't see that little red clock up in the corner here counting up on the left hand side, that means you're not broadcasting at all. So up on the left hand side.
Now you can hear that though, right?
Yep.
Okay, now I turned it down. See how
We're
that
good.
works. Small Waters just came in.
Hey, Small Waters.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Here's one of them impromptus, just something to talk about. Put a little info out.
That's okay.
Making fun of me.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the wife. She just came in dressed inappropriately for camera.
Oh,
So I was
well,
like, should I show everybody? And she's like, no. No, she's
deep in editing. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got
I got some
editing to
stuff.
do now too. I got a video I done yesterday.
Uh huh.
And, I just finished uploading it all to my. That's why my computer was on when I said, "Hang on, I'll check your YouTube side," because my computer was all set up to start doing my editing.
Cool.
So that's going to be most of my day, I think. And then I've got my lives coming up later on this evening too.
Yeah, that's one thing. I didn't see anybody on. Well, there's a couple people on, but I mean, like Cody from Hog Deer 79. He's down down and out a little bit with the COVID, I guess, again. And
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty. He didn't do his normal Monday thing, so I emailed him and checked on him to see how he was doing, and he said he's making it through. But so yeah, I was just kind of been monitoring to see what would be a good day for me to go live and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to have so people can start saying, "Oh, hey, Rick's going to be on at this time" or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So
that's what I did for a long time too. That's one of the reasons why I was joining so many people's lives, to see who was on at regular times. But like, I was always joining Dave's live, and Dave goes live at 5 Eastern Standard, and he goes till 7 Eastern Standard. So what I started doing was I was going on 2 hours before. So I was going on at 3 Eastern Standard to 5. So that kind of stuck as my time slot. Okay, well, I guess I'll come on then all the time.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem.
Hello.
Hi, Cottonwood Ranch. Thanks for coming in. Good morning.
Trying to start for the second time, Cottonwood. So it was fun. You missed out on all the pretty guns that I had, though, and show you. Now you're going to have to rewatch this and see all the pretty guns. And then
he's not going to show them again. He's going to make you go back and watch the whole video.
Right.
Oh, my. No, but that's it. Well, you're doing all right with it now. You've gotten in on it, and you're up and running, and that's the important thing. Like I said, it's all a learning curve. You'll learn little tricks about it along the way too, like adding a little banner on the bottom, and I can't help you with it, but Devil Dog might be able to help you set up Nightbot. It's very simple. It's just I don't remember exactly everything that he done, because you only have to do it once, and then you don't have to worry about it no more.
Right.
And
yeah, he told me that last night, that he would help me with that Nightbot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
it only takes a minute to set it up, and once you're set up, you're done. You don't have to worry about it. Then you can have it so that people can drop their own links, so it makes it a little bit easier for, like, if you don't have very many people as moderators. Now, what I'd suggest you to do there now, because you've got 5 or 6 people in the room, just go on some of the people there that you know right now and make them moderators on the YouTube side, so that you got them, because you can do that now, and then that'll just help out later on. Like, but give people moderator privileges. Don't just do everybody randomly, because you might end up giving the wrong person moderator privileges. Like what I did by mistake is give it to my wife.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because she doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, sorry about that.
She helps out in the chat and everything, so.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, Cottonwood, that was him just trying to figure things out, and he had set up a live, and it just wasn't working out, so we had to stop that one and restart a new one. That's all that was. Just learning, that's all. Everybody has learning curves, for sure.
Yeah.
I like the way you got your stickers going up there. I'm going to be ordering my new stickers now today or tomorrow, so I'll get some new stickers coming up and getting them sent out to everybody.
Cool.
Because I got a bunch of people to send out new stickers to.
Yeah. Cottonwood, would you be interested in being one of my modders to help me out a little bit?
Cottonwood said hi to you.
Oh, I know, I've seen that. Hi, Cottonwood.
She's over beside me.
There
Cottonwood
we go.
said hello.
Yep. So now I got 3.
Yeah.
For right now. So, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe have to take a nap.
Better at getting trolls. There you go.
What's that?
He said he's better at getting trolls than posting links.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's something. How do I post people's links?
If you click on their name, now I was doing it on the phone. It was a little easier to do it on the phone if I was just in it. You could click on it and say go to channel. On my phone, then what it would do is it wouldn't close your channel. It would just go down in the bottom and go to their channel. When you do it on the computer, I have to actually click open a new tab or new window and go to channel and then just copy their link and literally post it. Like this is Cottonwood Ranch, I believe. And this is actually, then it'll post up their link in the chat room. So then anybody can click on it.
Cool.
Yeah, the only thing is the only ones that can do that is ones with moderator privileges. Not just anybody can go in and post a link, but in your own, you can do it for anybody. But this is where having the moderators helps because they're able to click on these things and get the links and post them for you. So it just takes a little bit of pressure off of you. And you'll notice that here's small waters. And like a lot of times too, you'll write, now I'm just posting them, I'm not writing their name in, but a lot of times what you can do when you're going, before you paste their link into your little thing, write in whose link it is. Because like right now it just looks like it's all my link, but it's not. The first one was Cottonwood Ranch, the second one that I posted is Small Water. So it doesn't take their name unless their name is in their URL. Like if I get mine, for mine, it's right now. Click here.
Yeah, trying to figure out how to do that.
That's not it.
Let me see something here.
For mine, when I goes on mine with my link actually got my name in it.
So what you're saying is go on to the 3 dots on the right, and then go
to channel.
Yeah.
What I do when I go to channel, I don't just click it. Where I'm on my computer, I'll right click and go open a new tab on the go to channel section, and then it'll just open a new tab.
And then where do you go to their about?
Yep. Go to their about or their videos, and then just copy the URL link in the very top and paste that into your comments.
Let me see. Where's the URL? Oh, right there it is.
Yeah, right up at the very top is the URL.
Let me see.
And then if you paste that in,
and then you just. Oh yeah, it automatically says it, and then there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Like I said,
Cool.
then
Awesome.
whoever's link that is, before you click paste, just write their name in and then click paste, and then that will put their link up so that it's easier to find.
Yeah,
That way,
actually, it automatically says it on the page from the page. I didn't have to add it in.
yeah. Some people's link have their name in it. Some people's don't.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just easy. Like if you're putting up, say you're posting my link, just say Al Chafe's link, or just write Al Chafe and then post my link behind it. Like, let me show you. Al Chafe, put a space, then do this. Is that mine? Yeah, that's mine. And then it'll say like with me, and then it got Al Chafe, and then my link there behind it.
Cool.
Right, that just then okay if anybody is scrolling back through, because if you're just dropping just the link without a name, or if the link doesn't have the name in it, people scrolling back through and when they're doing the replay, unless they're listening for you saying, okay, this is so and so's link I'm dropping now.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell whose link is what sometimes.
Yeah.
Whereas when you put the name there, if I'm scrolling back through and I'm seeing a bunch of links dropped, okay, this one belongs to Al Chafe, this one belongs to Cottonwood, this one belongs to Nicole, this one belongs to Big Tiny's. Right?
Yeah.
It just makes it a little bit easier for people finding the links.
Yep.
Because a lot of times what I end up doing myself is I'll miss people that I want to try to connect with. And then what I'll do is go back through the chat later on, and then like Chef does it all the time. He's always dropping people's links for you when he's in. And you can just go back and click on them and then connect with them that way.
Cool.
So like if somebody comes in the room and you don't have a chance to connect with them right away, it's easier for you to go back even and find them yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that I go down to that on my actual page and go down and see who subscribes there on the bottom. You know, it's funny though. Like I got 100. What was it?
Cottonwood Ranch is in Manitoba.
Yes.
Ah, you're Canadian too. Nice. I'm in
That's a good place to
Newfoundland.
go hunting.
Yeah. Oh, get this. You know the envelope I had to send, they all cost me $8? The one for Canada only cost me 25 cents. Or 50 cents. I sent envelopes out. In the envelope was a little tiny bracelet. Canada Post charged me almost $9 each envelope because that little bead bracelet was in it.
Wow.
You could barely feel it in the package, right? It still fits through their envelope slot, but they charged me $9 for each one. But I had another one with a similar thing in it going to Canada. It only cost me 75 cents.
Huh.
Right? Makes sense?
That's crazy. Native, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? What time is it? 1.
All right. Well.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take off now because I got to start getting some stuff ready for my live and that later on.
All right, buddy. I truly appreciate all the help.
No problem. I'm glad you're getting up and running, and you've been on now for 50 minutes,
Cool.
so that's good.
I'll have to see if somebody else wants to come up. I think I got it pinned up there. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Your StreamYard link is pinned at the top. If anybody wants to come up on panel, just click on that. Don't be shy. Come on up, have a chat. I do have to take off because I got some stuff to get ready because I'm going to be going live later on myself. Hopefully you get a chance to drop in. You may still be on here.
Right.
Nicole's going to stay in your chat room with you for a while. You can make her a moderator, but she doesn't know what to do if anything happens. So
I already did.
You got it figured out? Okay. She thinks she has it figured out.
That's cool. Well, I got her on there anyway, so.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, you have a good day and enjoy the rest of your live. And if I get a chance and you're still on, I'll pop back in and see how you're doing later on.
All right. Yeah, I got to start packing. Well, I'm almost packed, but we're going on a trip, a surprise trip, and I don't want to mention where it's going because he might be watching. So.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess I won't make people go all the way back to the
you're gonna
beginning. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop off, and then you'll get big on the screen anyway, so everybody can get a real good look at him.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're very welcome. You too.
All right, guys. Anybody else want to pop up? Help me out a little bit. Make it fun. It's pinned. It should be pinned up at the top of the page, but this is my one little toy that I got. Springfield Arms Subcompact XP40 and stuff that's in the video earlier, so you guys can see it. I'm going to actually take it out one of these days and video its use and how it plays out. But there's more information on that, like I said, on the video. Then I got me a 6 hour. Oh, there you go. See how pretty it is? P365. They have clips, and even though my big hands go like that up here, but I can tuck that underneath, and it works. And then whoop. Oh goodness, almost had a catastrophe. But anyway, whoops. Let me grab this real quick. Fell out. I don't want to lose it. And my last little toy is the same gun in this pretty white. It's also a 6 hour P365. And pretty neat little toys that I will be taking out, testing out, and telling you guys about them one of these days here in the very, hopefully near future. So yeah. that's what you missed. There was a lot more content to it earlier. And then trying to fix it, I actually knocked out my my clip to lock the gun. There we go. So anyhow, I hope you guys are having a fun day and enjoying things. See who's all still in here. Cottonwood. Oh, Jamie, sorry about that. I didn't even see you come in. I'm trying to multitask, so you'll have to forgive me. Like I said, this is only my second real live, and I'm learning as I go rather than learning as I go rather than sitting back in the shadows and trying to do things. So yeah, anybody got any questions or anything they want to talk about? You can come up on panel. You can type it in. I'm kind of watching my cell phone down here. Like I said, I'll go a little bit about my channel and stuff. Well, I got everybody in here. It's pretty much outdoors channel. Pretty much anything outdoors. I got my cams up. I got a bunch of trail cams and different pictures. I think there's one coming out here Friday. I put one up with little surprises that you sometimes get on your trail cams where people, critters, all kinds of up close and personal pictures happen. Oh, my wife is a business owner. Her dad just recently turned the business over to her and her brother. They create tractor trailer tarps. And that's actually material that they use for tractor trailer tarps. And it was white. And I had a guy locally create the banner. That's the buck back there is the one I shot almost 3 years ago. Well, it'll be 3 years this fall. I think trying to remember. I think it was this September coming up that's when I got it. I don't think it was October. I think it was in September when I got it. It was the very first day of archery. And I was hunting in my wife's stand, and I didn't have any opportunity because I was so busy working and stuff. I went down into her stand and sat, and we were camping too. It was still nice enough to camp, and my daughter come down my father-in-law's lane and chased him right to me. So he was looking back at the car and her, and so I just took the opportunity and got him. And then but it was late towards the evening, and I ended up having to go back in the morning and track because it was just way too difficult to find the blood even with flashlights. But yeah, it's an old school or a modern 9-point, old school 11-point. There's a kicker and some other little stuff, so pretty cool. Anyway, the banner. Yeah, he created it. It's Vinyl Graphics Incorporated out of Shippensville, Pennsylvania. But I had that made because I actually am a pro staffer for Rubline Scent, and we go out to different hunting and fishing venues and stuff like that, and show our product off and our new stuff coming up and things like that. So there are actually eyelets in there so that I can hang them up on Modog. What's up? Sorry, I'm not good at multitasking yet. But I'll work on it. But yeah. So anyway, that's who made it. That way I can travel around with this and stuff like that, and people can see it. And I'm pretty sure that they are going to allow me to actually, since I support our products online and here, I'm going to go and take my banner and when I'm at the venues that we're at promoting our products, promote my product as well. So they will do that. I think I was saying earlier, I got a bunch of new products. If you look at some of my videos, Boontown Minerals, it's a mineral supplement and feed for deer. It helps big time for the does and their milk production and stuff like that. So these fawns in the spring can have a lot of it. A lot of good minerals. I'm gonna, I think, order probably in January once the season's over. And now that I can't in PA put any of that stuff out really, and without being illegal. But yeah, I plan on doing that. And then there's I just became a pro staffer for Wise Eyes cameras. So I've got to send in, and they'll be sending me stuff here shortly. So that'll be another adventure and YouTube information out there. There's another product out of down near Pittsburgh that actually it's an attractant that is coming on by storm as well. And it actually attracts deer and bear because of the sweet smell and stuff. So there's another thing that I got. All right, Cottonwood, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Modog, you can do that. I appreciate it. Do you have some of mine? Because I think I did send you a couple, I think. So you might have a spare one. But if not, if you need me, and I think I'll have to look and check my email. The Sunfish King was supposed to email me because I threw a couple in there, and then I got a pack for his big promotion tonight. And I think he's starting his fishing tournament or something. Is it either tonight or no? It's this weekend. This weekend. My bad. Yeah, Sunfish King's going to have his big tournament fishing. Just got the other two yesterday. Cool. But yeah, I think I still got I still got a few, so I can send some out and help people out as well. They just got to look me up on here, and my email's on there. Email me your information, and I will try and send you some stuff. I don't know if anybody knows about these pink envelopes, but later, native. But these are what you fill out in Pennsylvania to get a license to go after doe or take a doe in Pennsylvania. And the wife and I each got one for the one management area that we hunt in. And we also got one in the other one. So we're set as far as that. Ted sneaking in. Natives, I think Native's just getting ready to take off, leaving me. Now at the doctor's office watching. That's dedicated. That's brotherly love right there. I appreciate it, Ted. And I'm going to. Oh, no, I got to go to the other. I got to go to the other side. I got to go to the other side to do that. Because I need help. Oh, I already did that. So we're good. I'll have to check that out here in a little bit. Oh, gosh. Well, hey, guys, I been on for over an hour now, and I don't want to take everybody else. Oh, there's Gary. Hang on. What's up, Gary?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, just doing a little bit of live, showing off some of my toys.
There we go. I like that way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, it was enjoyable to have you by the live stream last night. Always is. Love meeting new people, especially when they're as interesting as you are. So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you quick and you got a sense of humor. You just, it's enjoyable. And by the way, hey, Nicole, I said hello in the chat, but wanted to say, hello while I'm up here too. Hope, Big Tiny don't mind.
No. Actually, I was just trying to figure out how to make you a moderator, but I can't. See in it.
You can only do that from YouTube. You can't do it from.
StreamYard, yeah.
StreamYard, yeah. It's I'm assuming.
Say something in the chat.
Well, do what now?
I said, say something in the chat, then I should be able to do that, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you still got access to your YouTube, and I will.
Yeah, I got actually both.
Okay. Well, I do the same thing. I always have, whenever I go live, I try to have one open to the YouTube, just have it muted, and then have one on the StreamYard, obviously. And I'm still learning a lot of stuff on that. But the fact is, it was kind of fun last night. I muted Devil Dog a couple of times. I think it upset him. That was funny. He kept,
I just started learning that stuff.
well, you can do so many things, on here. It's, funny thing what is I learned how to do all that stuff from Devil Dog.
Yeah,
So,
he's pretty good.
well, he knows a lot of stuff. He even knows how to do that OBS stuff. One of these days I may learn that. It's not exactly real high on my priority list though.
Right.
As long as I can use the StreamYard, it does what I want it to do. And anyhow, I saw you were on, so I thought, hey, I'll go see old Rick, see how he's doing. And
Yeah. Hey, how do I like if I wanted to promote your channel? How do I? Because I don't see it on your about.
My channel, the link, or how to point people to my channel.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: do you know how to copy and paste?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you could go through and just when you're at my channel, go up to the address bar and click on it. It'll typically highlight the whole line, and you could copy that, or you could go through and you may have to use your mouse to go over the whole thing if you've already clicked on it once.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. That makes sense, though.
It seems to be the easiest way to do it. Whenever I'm trying to drop links, which I do from time to time, then it's easier to do it that way.
If I did it right. There you go.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that looks right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Anybody interested in checking the channel out, please feel free to do so. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Typically, and I know you know how to do the autofill thing, right? Or do you?
A little. Oh. It takes me a few minutes to. Hey, Steve. It takes me a few minutes to remember, I have to do things a couple of times to sit down pat.
Yeah. Well, once you do it a few times, it usually becomes second nature to you. If you just put that @ symbol and start typing right behind it, it will go through and should go through and start filling it in. I've only seen it once or twice where it won't really do it.
Yeah.
I know that on my community tab, there's one channel that just doesn't seem to work. And it's because he just hit 100. Well, I don't know why it is, but he just hit 100 subscribers, and so he just got his customized URL, or so for some reason it's just not working with the link. But I mean, I've got a list of folks, and I need to add yours to it. I don't think it's on there yet, but I've got to go through and redo that. Hang on a minute, it's my wife. I'll be right back. Hey, Tammy, hang on.
Anyhow, I appreciate all the help, all the comments, good or bad, Ted. Oh, I know. I saved me type. I know. I just I'm learning, you know what I mean? I guess I could, but I don't have a ton of moderators either, so we're just starting out. Sorry, checking out something real quick. You know that big pro staffer from Rubline Sense? He's got all kind of messages and stuff. But yeah, I know what I can do. I can do this. That way I can watch the chat and you guys will see me and stuff. Yeah. So anyhow, gonna have to clean up before I go on my trip here today. Oh, I know, Ted. I'm just busting you. It's all good. I can't believe you didn't get on there and go to my Instagram and check out my challenge to one of the rappers.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of that if you challenging a big time rapper. For some reason, they got, very little reason to. I mean, it would be cool. There's no question, but from the way they look at it, I reckon it's probably, if you had some notoriety, maybe. But I would think if it was him, what would if he beats you, so what? If he loses to you, it would be, I guess more of a big deal to lose to somebody. Yeah. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
I actually got some of the guys behind the fence. They used to. I have actually a shoebox full of raps that I created and stuff. And you ought to get on YouTube. You ought to do this. You ought to do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So, once I think once they see it, then their families are going to start picking up and everything else. So it's going to be kind of neat.
Well,
for me, a lot of them are getting out.
That's cool. I think that YouTube is kind of I don't know. A lot of it's like I was monetized not too long ago, and to me it doesn't seem like a big deal. I know a lot of people are shooting for that, but the fact is, you work so hard to get there. And there's still, I mean, it's really just one step in the process. It's really, so it's, you kind of say, tip your hat and say, well, I've reached this point and it's time to continue on. And, and even then, I mean, I guess the reason why I look at it like that is, it don't pay a whole lot to be monetized, not until you get, well, I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot. I mean, they say the average, YouTuber makes between $30 and $300 a month, and off of YouTube, but which doesn't strike me as being a whole lot of money. I mean, yeah, I'll take $30. Somebody wants to hand me $30, but
right,
you work a whole lot harder for it. And see, that's another thing, though. I think it's because of perspective. If you look at it as well, you and I both know that sometimes creating content can be many processes or many steps in it, many effort put forth to do it. And if you're making a penny here, a penny there, from somebody watching an advertisement or 2 cents, even if it's 2 cents for them watching, an ad on your thing, that's, I mean, it might turn into looking at it as being work. And so I would rather just think of it as something I enjoyed doing, so that, if somebody watches it, that's okay. I understand if they don't, be honest with you. I never understood, why. Well, I think I'm beginning to understand a little bit of why somebody would watch my content. Maybe they just bored, or maybe they like my accent, or maybe they just like all the friends that coalesce around, around. I don't know.
That's like me. I'm Army vet, so I'm all about supporting my brothers and sisters. So if I see that you're a veteran, whether it doesn't matter what branch, you know what I mean, I got you. I'm gonna, watch your stuff. I'm gonna subscribe. Just like I don't think the bad thing about other than you, there's not a lot of police officers, corrections officers, and stuff like that on YouTube for the pure amount of, how do I want to say it? What do you want to call it? That antisocial behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where people find it strange that I have to have a wall behind me, and watching the front door when I sit down at a restaurant or something. If I don't, I'm just going fidget and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your eyes are always scanning. You're always looking around.
Yeah.
Type stuff. And you see stuff that most people ignore.
Yeah, it's well, a lot of people, all they see from police officer, corrections officer, is somebody who's trying to keep other people down, or give them a ticket, and that costs them money. Don't nobody ever like to spend money on something it's not something they wanted. So, I get that. I understand why they'd have that perspective, but they don't understand that, police officers and corrections officers, could very easily run into somebody, when they take their family out to eat, or even for that matter, just go out to eat, maybe they had to give get on to in prison, or give a ticket to, or arrest, or any of a number of things. They don't.
Hi, Tarsha.
Hey, Tarsha. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tarsha, as always. Much love. I love me some Tarsha. There's no question about that. She's awesome.
I'm gonna actually see if she'll come up on panel. If she can, I think she's on vacation. No, she ain't on vacation yet. Yeah, so she could actually come up on panel for a little bit. You know what I mean? I got some stuff to show.
But
see what her reaction is.
It would be good to see her. If she got students too.
Yeah.
And Tarsha, I think was on. I'm trying to think.
Do I have to change my screen for her to come up?
No. All you have to do is, she has to click on the link, and then she will show up in the basement, and then you just bring her up like you did me. It'll move her right underneath, our pictures. Now, do you know how to change placement of where we're at?
No.
Okay, it's pretty easy. It's a drag and drop thing.
I bet you I get Tarsha all wound up. Tarsha, looky, Tarsha.
She's pretty even.
Sure you don't want to come and play?
She says she can't right now. If you wanted to, well, let me show you something that well, I don't know. I don't know why it comes into play very often. But if you wanted, for example, for me and you to switch sides, what you do is you put your cursor or the little arrow thing over one of us and hold down on the left thing, and then just there we go, just like that.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, well, Devil Dog used to go through and always, want to be down on the bottom right. And it was because of where his camera was. But he's moved his camera since then, and so it doesn't matter where he goes. But at one point, every time he came on, he was always put me down on the bottom, put me on the bottom right. But anyhow, it all worked out. But let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, when it comes to law enforcement, and I would think corrections as well. They have higher divorce rates, have higher suicide rates, and I'm sorry, self-harm, whatever you want to call it. There's a whole lot of issues that go along with it. I mean, if you think about it, can you imagine going to showing up and working a wreck where a child has been hurt, has been mortally wounded, has passed away, however you want to say it. I'm trying to say it in as gentle a way as I can, but I'm not sure there's any gentle way to say that. And then your next call being where somebody's upset because somebody puts their garbage cans a little bit too close to your yard. It seems so petty. But yet you got to trade them with I guess kid gloves to some degree. Otherwise, people real quick to jump on them. And the fact is that all they're trying to do now, granted, I think there probably are. I don't doubt there's some of them folks that join the force because they want to be important or something, have power, and some of them I think really do. But I think for the most part, most of them join, take a job in law enforcement, to make a difference, to help folks.
Well, I know that when I was young, I said, "Oh, my life is going to be rough," because back then I was in the Army, and back then the number one suicide rate was in the Army. Number two was police officers at the time, and so I was an MP. So that I was doubly,
You were hitting it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to be an MP. I tried to join the military. I was, in high school, I scored. They gave the ASVAB at our high school my senior year, and I scored really high on it. And so but when you're filling out the paperwork, it asks what are your plans, after high school. And I really didn't think about it. I just put something down to put something down. At the time, I put, I guess, attend a 4-year college because I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. And the only one that came by and would talk to me, that called to want to talk to me was a Marine recruiter. And so, he came by and told me about the Marines and told me about he found something I'd be interested in, and that was working on avionics. Working on the engines and that type of thing. So I talked with him and got hooked up with that delayed entry program. Went through and went down, had a physical, and did all this other stuff. And I was supposed to be going into the Marine Corps, supposedly working on Harriers, although although Devil Dog has assured me that just because they tell you you'd be working on the Harrier doesn't mean you'd necessarily be working on the Harrier. And so I was all set to go. And then I guess my brother went through and he took the ASVAB, apparently did pretty well. I don't know what his score was, but I know he did well on the test. And the Army, came by and talked with him. And so he went through and signed up for them. But while he was talking with that Army recruiter, he told the Army recruiter, he says, now let me ask you this. How can my brother go into it, when he has asthma? As a kid, I had asthma and I didn't have a whole lot of issues with it, once I got older, but, every now and then it affected me. But so I guess that recruiter got in touch with the, Marine Corps or whoever, and they ended up, saying, nope, can't go. So that was the extent of that. Then I guess when I went to college, the only interesting subject I could find ultimately was, criminal justice. So I thought I'd go, and I literally went into school planning on being a lawyer. That seemed like a really good, I hadn't thought so much about being a police officer. I thought that would be interesting, but lawyers, I think, tend to make more money. So my intention when I went into the University of Southern Mississippi was to become a lawyer. I took all the CJ classes and did really well. And I took some classes, preparing myself to go into law school. But after 3 years of, I had 1 year under my belt from 84, 85. But then this was much later, around, I guess, 89. It just didn't seem like that. Well, I was tired of being in school. So there was no way I was going to spend another 3 years, in school to become a lawyer. So I just said, hey, give me my degree. And I ended up paying for that thing forever. I never used my degree until, 2014 when I became a police officer.
Yeah, my life was kind of funny. I actually was in business administration in high school and stuff. I wanted to be a businessman and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got a scholarship to go to the University of Pittsburgh at Titusville, and ended up going into the business and accounting, and was there for 1 whole week. And my stepdad was not a very kind man, and think we had to earn everything, and that we owed everything to him for being alive and him taking care of us and stuff. So we went, and my mail person. Hopefully my dog don't chew up my mail. Anyway, but I went for a whole week, the introduction week, and he wouldn't give me $100 to pay for the rest of my tuition. So, needless to say, I went to a different venue and said, I'm tired of you, I'm tired of this, and I'm going to go join the Army. So I went and joined the Army. I filled out all the stuff, and they said, well, what do you want to be? And I said, well, what can I be? He goes, you can be absolutely anything you want to be. Your score is high enough. I said, well, how about a jet pilot then? He's laughing. He goes, yeah, well, you got the score. But he says, what's your eyesight? I said, I don't know, 2020 if I'm lucky. He said, yeah, you got to be 15-15.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
like, well, what's the next option? And he was like, oh, and he went down this list, and I was like, military police. I said, yeah. I said, I think that'd be nice, because back in the day when you went into the service and then you could go right out of the service and get a job as a police officer when you come out.
Hmm.
Then they turned around and created that Act 120 or something like that here in PA, and then you had to do that, and I didn't do it. And my grandfather passed away when I was in Alaska. My grandma passed away when I was in Maryland. And even though it was only 5 hours away from home, it was just too far away. And so I got out after 6 years. And I was just like, yeah. So what do I do? Well, ended up, I went and got several jobs to make ends meet and all that good stuff, between bouncing and working as a security guard at a Pennzoil refinery and some other job. My brother, I helped him out part time at a printing place. And my Fridays and Saturdays and the weekend were crazy. I actually worked on average 23 hours on Fridays. I would work 7 to 3 at my refinery job as a guard. Then I'd run up the street and work from 3 to 7 with my brother printing. Then I'd run back to my house, get a shower and stuff, uh, and then go down to the Holiday Inn in Oil City, which the place was called Kate's back then. And I would bounce until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So, and then turn around, go back, get an hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep, turn around and get back at it, working security again.
Wow. That's a lot. You know, the only thing I devoted that much time to, you know, when I was a young man, you know, people, well, you know, I'm nothing close to the way I used to be, but when I was a young man, back before I met my wife, it was all wine, women, and song. So
Right.
I'd party, you know, or go out all week, and I'd end up, you know, trying, you know, resting up on weekends. I was just tuckered out from all the running and gunning from, you know, Monday through Friday. And that's an awful lot of work. I guess you'd have to be a young man to do something like that on the regular.
Yeah. I actually did that for quite a few years. Actually, it was almost 4 full years that I was doing that on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Goodness. Fact is, I've been
So
working, I guess, 6 days a week for about 2 years, and it's about tuckered me out. Um, I'm ready to get. To me, it don't seem like you get time off if you ain't got at least 2 days off in a row. What's up, squirrel? Um, at least that's what it seems like. And so I'm making an effort. Hey, Sheena, good to see you. You know, I went to my assistant chief the other day, the one that does scheduling, and I asked him, you know, I told him I didn't want to work any more overtime. He said, man, now's a bad time to start doing that. We just so low on. Do I now?
Oh, I just seen Sheena too. I switched over. So I'm trying to support Danny at the same time.
Yeah. I noticed that she was, you know, she had a live on when I came in here. I like Daddy.
Yeah.
She's good people. But, you know, I wanted to, you know, I have been to her lives more often than I've been to your lives. At least it seems like it. So I wanted to come over and show, you know, a little support for your channel and, well, come say hey. And
Yeah, what's up?
yeah. Good to see you. Good to meet you. But it's the more folks you get to know, the harder it is, and the more decisions you really have to make. The more decisions you have to make. Now I know some folks that'll go through and they'll have 5 different windows open, 5 different tabs going, different chats, and I have trouble doing that because I can't keep up and I don't want to miss anything because the Lord knows I have enough trouble with one, let alone 5, and some of them chats just get to rolling, and I don't want to miss anybody saying hello to me, and
Right.
so I try to stick to one. Try to. Sometimes it don't always work that way, but from time to time, it's like last night I was in one live and I get a call from Devil Dog saying to go over here to this one and that one, and I don't know if it was a call or if it was a text. I think it was a call. So I just went ahead on over there where he was at. Devil Dog's an interesting character. I often describe him as sandpaper. Sandpaper has got the potential to make things a lot smoother, a lot, more refined, but it can also tear something up. So,
Right.
Anyhow, he does have that potential. He's good people. I think sometimes people must understand him, and it's possible maybe I do sometimes too. But he's good people.
Yeah. Laugh, hey bud.
Good to see you, Laugh Channel.
I think yeah.
And now you don't have a Nightbot set up yet, do you?
No, I gotta get with Devil Dog and do that.
Okay. Well, he's I can't tell you how many people he's helped get set up with Nightbot, but it's a bunch. In fact, one time he had a stream where he had, he did the stream just so he could help somebody, and then they had 15, 20 people in his stream. That's what it seemed like, all of them trying to set up. He had a full panel trying to help everybody get set up with Nightbot. And
Hey, I got a question. If you wanted to like go and raid Danny's, have everybody, since I'm almost at 2 hours now, I don't want to keep interrupting everybody else's time, but like if I wanted everybody to go to Danny's channel after this and do a raid, how would I go about doing that?
Well, at this point, what you'd do is you'd open up a tab and click on her live, and then you'd go through and you'd go up to the URL, click on it, copy it. Then you go down into the chat section, and you just paste it, and maybe say something about go to Danny Days Live and tell her the Big Tiny, or well, since it's Big Tiny channel, I'd say tell her the Big Tiny's outdoors sent you.
So should I go to her channel or just to her live?
I'd go to her live stream. I'd go to her live. I mean, that way it's only one click as opposed to 2.
Yeah. Okay, let me back up here. Let me see if I can do that.
I'll tell you what. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, if you want to.
Oh, I got it right here. The URL, right?
Yeah, just get the URL.
Copy. Go back here. And then put Any Days Live. Hit her up and mention big, tiny outdoors. And yeah, thanks.
Then just post it.
And then paste, and there you go. How's that?
And see, looks good.
All right. All right, guys, I'm going to let it roll for a minute or so you guys can go, and we're going to call it quits because I'm almost 2 hours into this. I truly love and appreciate everybody coming up. I appreciate everybody coming in. It seems nice that more and more people are coming. I got to get me a specific time period and stuff so that I'm not interfering in others. And
Well,
we will.
Just one more thing. At some point, you're gonna have so many friends. Somebody's gonna be going live pretty much all the time. So you just gonna have to pick a time that's good for you. In my opinion, just pick a time that's best for you. Hopefully, you won't be walking over anybody, and then pick it and go with it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Like I said, Gary, thank you. Al, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Nicole, I'm going to give you a shout out. I appreciate everybody trying to help me, stopping in. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. And if you get in trouble, name it after me because I'll probably be paying for it anyway. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks again, Gary.
Sure. My pleasure.
All righty.